And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Valentine's Day Eve edition of Makers and Movers Podcast. How are you doing today, folks? My name is Todd. Good to see you today. Now, this is your first time here or long time here. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area. It's nice out. It's nice. I think we're gonna get like 40s today, so I'll take it. We got coffee in the cup, and our five things. We got a lot to do. It's a weird day here because kids are out of school. Half day yesterday, off today, off Monday, so schedules are all sort of out of whack, and we got stuff to do. Transfers need to get done. Orders need to get processed. Stores open. Other orders sent out, and then we got a meeting here this afternoon. With that, what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about, we're continuing on the topic of spirit. We'll probably talk about it for the next couple of weeks because, we're in February, March. You should start seeing the stuff come in. We're seeing it and stuff we put out in January, related in February here, and they got stuff set up next month. So we're going to keep on that. And today we're going to talk about how to stop acting like a vendor and start acting like a partner. That's what we're going to do. So let's check in and see what it is. Let me. I don't. Renee, I need to check and see what the actual temp is here. You're always nicer or northern. Like we're at 35, and we're only gonna. Oh, I guess we're gonna get to 56 now. I'll take it. Whoa, we got 60s next week. Ooh, 60s next week. I'll take that. See, I guess I need to pay attention a little bit more. With that, make sure like and subscribe, share, see how everybody's doing today. Gabriella, hello, good morning to you. Learning how to resin, very nice. The music has started, so we should be good to go. 28 on the way to 51. Chicagoland, water in the bottle, tea in the mug. Not bad, not bad. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Look at that, sunny and 59 there in Florida. Barb, good morning, 19 and sunny. Water in the cup there in northern Minnesota. What do we have? DTF printing, 3D printing, sewing alterations, Wilcom webinar, and errands. Nice day there for learning how to do resins on a cloudy day. Perfect day for that. Hi, Renee. Hi, Barb. Melania, good morning to you. Jeff, good morning to you. Morning, Barb, Renee, Jerry in the Upside Down, and everyone else. Hi, Jeff from Barb. And because I hadn't updated to look and see what it was. Happy Friday. Yeah, yeah. To me, every day's a Friday, right? Every day's exciting. We made it to, because we wake up. We got orders to come in. We got stuff to do. We're breathing. Every day is a Friday. Jeff, it's got 31 there in Northern Kentucky, but high of 49. Diet Coke in the cup, five things: print, cut, pack, 3D print, and laser. I've gotten my cup. I've in my cup. I don't even know what that means. Help me out. I'd explain the client that wants to run a pop-up store too close to the last one they ran. What do you mean? They will. Well, you've done that. Where we'll do. So we'll run the one, and these are great questions to come in with it. So we'll run the one, and then what we do is we have that time frame of us production, for production, 7 to 10 business days for it, and then we give a week after that, and we reopen the store. That gives us a chance to go get everything out there, a chance for everybody to see stuff, be like, oh, where'd you get that? Well, we got it in the store. Oh, I missed out on it. So then we can reopen that store. So we've done quick turnaround times like that. The 3 week turnaround. And then the other thing that we've done is in a couple of ours, we just turn them in catalog stores so that they are set from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. And they can go with it. George, good morning to you. How have you been, my friend? Barb, may get up to 45. Freezing fog warning out there. I'm not sure how you get that with the sun out. I'm not sure you get freezing fog. Is that like running into ice? How does that work? Oh, ice, baby. I got it. Reading for Dummies book today. No, reading a for Dummies book today. I needed to read that. I need somebody to read post to me for Dummies because I didn't get that. So we're rocking and rolling. Make sure to get out there. And as always, go hit that like, subscribe, share button, do all that because those things help us out here. As we get into stuff. Next week, Tuesday night, we are doing rhinestone decals. So we're going to show how to make rhinestone decals. I know some people have asked about it, so hey, let's go through the process of that. Also on Tuesday night, we are going to. So you get us to 100 viewers, so everything's out there. You can share. We'll give away one of the rhinestone project kits of the decals that we're making. We're actually going to do two variations of it. same template, show two different two different things to create from it. So we'll go over that, and I'm looking forward to it. 2 weeks, we'll have a ball drop episode. Should be new releases of possible new colors that are coming there with it that we've got. We'll give away, we get the people there, we'll give away, cameos. We got all kinds of fun stuff going on. And though both those shows have been scheduled, so make sure to go like those. So I'm excited about decals. It's been a while since I've done them, so why not? Why not do it and just show how easy it can be with it? And if you sign up for emails, pay attention. There might be a sales email this weekend. Just saying, might be a sales email. So discount code. You never know. Could be site wide. Pay attention to your emails. That's why you sign up for it. Okay. So what do you say? Why don't we just dive right into it? And why teams really don't stay loyal to order takers. All right. I know a lot of at-home apparel decorators think that they're losing orders because of price or timing or competition, but a lot of times they're not. They're losing because they're acting like they're a vendor and not like they're a partner. Vendors wait for instructions. Partners anticipate problems. Vendors fulfill orders. Partners protect outcomes. And the difference between those two roles, that can really determine who gets the next order, not just the current one. And so today, we'll talk about, why teams, schools, PTOs, and leagues don't always stay loyal to vendors, and how shifting into that partner mindset, can really change how your customers see you, trust you, and stick with you. So, number one is vendors take orders, partners take responsibility. So here's the belief that keeps, decorators stuck sometimes in that order taker mode is my job is to do exactly what they ask. And, that belief feels respectful. It feels safe. It feels professional. You know, it's also one of the fastest ways to become replaceable. Teams don't need someone who just blindly executes instructions. They need somebody who sees the cracks before things start falling apart. When you only do what you're told to, you shift all responsibility onto the customer. And the customers, they don't want that burden. So here's what breaks when you stay in vendor mode. All right. When something goes wrong, nobody feels protected. The customers panic, you scramble, and what happened? What happens? Trust starts to erode. Partners, on the other hand, they don't wait for permission to flag issues. They speak up early, even when it's uncomfortable, and that's what builds loyalty. So some examples is a vendor prints exactly what's ordered, even though sizes don't match the typical ratios. Partner flags it before production and saves a school from dozens of wrong shirts. Another one, a league thanks you not because you followed instructions, but because you prevented a problem that they didn't see coming. So, action step for this is before every order, ask yourself what could break here, and then try and address it before the customer even has to. All right. Number two is vendors react to problems, partners prevent them. Vendors live in reaction mode, partners live in prevention mode. It's pretty simple, right? At home apparel decorators often don't realize how much stress customers carry until those deadlines hit. And by then, what's reaction feel like? Just chaos, but prevention feels like relief. When you wait for your customers to ask questions, you really are acting like a vendor. When you answer questions that they didn't know to ask yet, what do you become? You become their partner. And this is where the most loyal, where this is where most loyalty is actually built. Not in the perfection, but in the foresight. The the cost of staying reactive is simple. Customers feel like they're managing you. And when customers feel like project managers, do they really want to come back? So, some examples. A vendor waits for artwork approval before mentioning deadlines. A partner, well, they explain cutoffs, up front. And what does that do? That avoids that last minute crisis. Hey, if you want it by this day, this is the timeline of everything that we need from you and when it needs to happen. Each day this goes by, that deadline moves. So some examples is um, Another example, a PTO, just sticks with you because you warned them early about delays, not because, nothing went wrong. Hey, hey, there's a chance that this, and this could happen because of this, and this. Just keeping you up to date on it. All right. Nothing happened, but at least they knew that you were covered if things did. So, action step for this is start leading conversations with timelines, cutoffs, and the good old what happens if scenarios. Even if the customers don't ask about it. Now, number three, vendors focus on the order. What do partners focus on? Partners focus on the outcome. And this is where that mind shift can really get real. Really get real? Gets real? You decide. You grammar police tell me how I do there. Vendors think in SKUs, in quantities, in files. Partners think in events and seasons and people. You know, Teams don't care about shirts. They care about looking organized, avoiding complaints, and getting through the season without drama. When you focus only on the order, you miss the outcome that they actually hired you for. When outcomes aren't discussed, customers just fill in blanks, and they usually assume more risk than is what is necessary. And that's how a lot of capable decorators lose trust without even realizing it. So, example, vendor asked, how many shirts? A partner asks, hey, how are you distributing these? You just, bulk order, hand bagging. You want us to take care of that? Okay. Another example, a school rebooks because you help them avoid parent complaints, not because of the print quality. They're like, hey, we don't have to deal with the parents on any of this stuff. They just go right to you. Awesome. Done. Let's go. So, action step is, you know, just ask one outcome focused question on every order that you do. You know, what needs to go right for this to be a win for you? All right. That's what we're going to do. What needs to go right for this to be a win for you? Okay. Now, before we get into 4 and 5, let's check back in and see how people are doing here with it. Let's see. Freezing fogs makes the road icy. Apparently, it has water droplets. Huh. That's something new for me. I was just thinking like a wall of ice. That's what I was thinking. Tim, good morning. All cold, but temperatures keep going up a little bit later. The farther we get into February, the closer we get to spring, man. So we're hanging in there. And Brian's checking in from the TMEA conference floor. Texas Music Educator Association, right? Did I nail it? I think I did nail it. How's that show going? How's everything going there for you? You look like you had a pretty good setup. I dig it. Lonnie says it great. We are the chaperones of chaos. One of Corey's favorite shirts that, every time we try out new fonts or new things with it is the chaos coordinator. That's her go-to on it. Jerry, thanks for checking in. Oh, it is. Is it Renee's birthday today? Renee, I'm not good with birthdays, and the kids are out of school, so Corey's probably not up yet, or she just hasn't picked anything up yet. Happy birthday! Weren't we supposed to? Was this a big one? Was this one we were supposed to do for like? What did we say we were going to do with one of these? Mardi Gras or something? For some reason, this is sticking out to me. Uh, let's see. Morning, Jerry. Morning, Jerry. It's Renee's birthday. Happy birthday, Renee. Just got here. Hi, Linda. Me too. Morning, Jeff. Hi, Linda. Happy birthday. Look at that. Everybody's giving me happy 21st birthday. Look at that. Happy birthdays all the way around. I got to go double check. Is it? I mean, it probably is. I'm just not. I'm not good at those things. I have to ask Corey how old I am. Think I remember when my birthday is? I'm not the greatest at the birthdays, therefore. Okay. Let us get back into this morning. That's what it was. That's right. We are going to do a Fat Tuesday for my birthday, for my 55th a couple years ago. Yeah, and then COVID threw everything out of whack for it. That's right. That's right. That's right. See. I kind of knew it. Now I gotta. You know what, Renee? I get to feel special. I get to feel special, don't I? I get to feel special. Ha ha ha. Watch this. Happy birthday. I'm in. Birthday, Renee. Renee. There. Ha ha. I got in before the girls. Now I feel special. Thanks, Jerry, for putting that out there. Thank you. There it is. All right. Number 4. Vendors compete on price and partners compete on relief. So what's that mean? Well, uncomfortable truth time is that, vendors get compared on price and partners don't. When you act like a vendor, customers really do assume that you're just interchangeable with another vendor. When you act like a partner, that comparison shopping doesn't happen nearly as much because replacing you just feels risky. And a lot of at-home apparel decorators try to win loyalty by discounting things. And really, that just trains customers, well, they're always going to just discount stuff. Is this really going to be worth it? Well, partners win loyalty by just making life easier. And easy is really hard to replace. You know, the loss here is, just subtle, but it's brutal. When you stay in vendor mode, customers never feel like they're really anchored to you. They drift, they shop. What happens is they disappear. So, some examples of that is, a team stays with you even after seeing cheaper quotes because switching feels like starting over. I will tell you this. We have had leagues that have went other places because they were cheaper, and they came back because they said it was a nightmare to deal with. They said the 25 cents difference in a shirt did not make up for the hassle. And that's what we told them, that we would always be here for them. They came back. We have a few that every year they have to get quotes. And sometimes we lose those because they have to take the lowest price. They come back and realize that price isn't everything. Another example, a customer says, like this, we don't even look around anymore. We just use you. And that's what it is. We've got a good handful of those that even though and this is why we have not promoted the retail business in more than 6 months, and we still have clients that say, hey, can we still do this? Yeah, I know you're not doing it. Can we still? Yeah, because we take care of them and it's a select few that we still deal with. And the process is easy. Artwork done, out the door, done, ready to go, done. So for this, just stop leading with price, and lead with what your strong points are and what you do for them. You reduce their stress, you reduce mistakes, and you do follow up work for them. All right. Now, number 5, vendors wait for permission and partners lead calmly. And this is probably one of the hardest things to do. A lot of vendors will just wait to be told what to do next. Well, partners are going to lead with confidence. Now, leading doesn't mean that you're being pushy. It just means that you're being clear. It means that you're making recommendations. It means that you're saying, hey, here's what usually works best. And you're doing all that instead of asking, 20 questions, hoping that they decide. I know a lot of us have that good, better, best. Hey, here's what you're looking for. This is what we can fit in this good, better, best. Here's your stuff on it. This is where most people go with in this instance. This is where they go with that. I was, when people want to go on price, they said, what are we trying to do with these? Well, we're trying to, get people to buy our stuff and show off our stuff. And we're using these for giveaways. I said, okay, that's not a comfortable shirt to wear. So if you're doing this on an uncomfortable shirt to wear, where is that shirt going to end up? Bottom of the drawer, used as rags in the garage. If you want people to actually wear it, let's go with a nice shirt. Yeah, it may cost you a couple bucks more, but at least then it's going to get read or get wore. So, this is what we do. We help our customers make the decisions. When we hesitate on stuff, customers can really, sense that uncertainty. When you lead calmly, customers relax, and relaxed customers stay. So, some examples. A vendor asks, what do you want to do? What does a partner say? Hey, here's what I recommend based on your timeline. All right. Another example. A school trusts you more because you sound certain, not because you're louder. Right? Here's how we can do it. This is it. So, for this action step, let's practice making one clear recommendation per order instead of offering up unlimited options. All right, well, you just pick it out. No, here's what we go with, here's what we do. All right, now to recap all this, vendors take orders while partners take responsibility. Prevention builds more trust than reaction. Outcomes matter more than orders. Relief beats price in long term loyalty. And leadership turns vendors into partners. So if you've ever wondered, how some customers disappear after one order, this is usually why. They don't feel partnered, they just feel felt processed. Right? And you don't need to change your equipment, your pricing, or your location to fix that. You just need to change how you show up in the relationship with your customers. And you need to stop acting like a vendor and start acting like a partner that they didn't know they needed. Now, that's what we have for you today. Monday's show, we're going to talk about how to be the obvious choice in spiritwear, and that's what we're going to talk about on Monday. So, with that, questions, comments, concerns, throw them in here. Mentorship community, your call starts in about 37 minutes. Everybody else, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications so that we're there. And we got a notification from YouTube that there's like a boost button around here somewhere. I don't know, wherever it is. Hit that. Apparently, it's supposed to do some stuff for it. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, first in the chat. That is a first for me, right? I am never first in our group chat for that. Never, never, never. It's usually Pilar. Pilar is usually on top of it. And then you and Pilar are pretty on top of it. Then it goes Corey. Then it goes Kelly. Then it goes me, But I win today. Jeff, I'm going backwards for now. Great info. Thanks, Jerry. Okay, we'll wrap this up. We got stuff to do. You guys got stuff to do. So make sure to tune in Tuesday, where we're going to do some rhinestone decals. Ooh, pretty excited about that. Show those off and do some giveaways. So if you have Valentine's Day this weekend, do what you need to do, right? Make somebody feel special. If you're Galentine's, make somebody feel special. If you don't need Valentine, go get some tacos. I think we're going out on Sunday night. That's what we're gonna do. But we gotta find a place open on Sunday night. Sunday nights are weird. That's our plan. Corey actually has a day trip with the girls planned tomorrow during the day, and then tomorrow night I think they're doing a hockey game or something. I don't know. I'll see you on Sunday. All right, you guys have a great day. Until next time, peace, love, press on. We'll see you then.